How's it going, everybody? Coach Zach here to talk to you guys about Friday, June 5th's skill strength. You'll have to pardon my voice. Those coaches haven't been yelling for the last 2.5 months, so ran out of voice a little bit the last 3 days, but it's been a joy, Louisville, having you guys back in the gym for this first week. New Albany athletes, I'm sure your coaches have loved having you guys in the gym for the last week and a half. So let's get right to it. We are going 9-minute EMOM today. Minute 1 is going to be pendlay row. Minute 2 is going to be hollow body rock. And then minute 3 is going to give us a chance to reset and rest. So we're going to go ahead and break that down. Pendlay row. If we have a barbell or an odd object, we'll touch on that last. Right now we're going to assume that we have at least one dumbbell or one kettlebell. Biggest difference in our pendlay row versus our bent over row that we have been doing is that we're actually going to rest for a brief second at the bottom of every arm extension. So in a bent over row, we're never really able to relax with our object on the ground, whereas for our pendlay row, it's always gonna start on the ground. So I'm going to set up with my dumbbell or kettlebell just outside of my foot. I'm gonna add a soft bend in my knee. I'm gonna come down into that good hinge position. My back should be flat. From here, I'm gonna row in, sit it back down, row in, and sit it back down. You don't have to take your hand off of your dumbbell, kettlebell, or your barbell in between reps, but I do want you to briefly relax, disengage that lat and those back muscles, and then re-engage and row in again. From the front view, also if you find that having your dumbbell or kettlebell outside of your foot is a little unstable, you can put it inside of your feet as well. We're just wanting to make sure that we pull to the side of our arm and that we're not trying to reach in to the middle of our chest or belly. So again, I'm gonna hinge down, long arm, I'm gonna row in, relax for a second, re-engage, and go. This is gonna be a single arm movement at home for most people. So what I want you guys to do is hit your right side for 25 seconds, hit your left side for 25 seconds, and then transition into your hollow body rocks. If we have an odd object or a barbell, we're gonna set it up the exact same way. The biggest difference is we will be using both of those hands. And for that barbell or odd object, we're gonna wanna hit right below that pectoral line. Ladies, a little bit easier target for you guys, bottom strap of your sports bra is what we're shooting for here. If we can't get in that bent over position with a flat back and reach our odd object, barbell, dumbbell, or kettlebell, that's okay. That is gonna give us a cue. And we've got a little bit of hamstring mobility we need to work on. If you fall into that category, reach out to a coach. We would love to help you with that. For this today, what I want you guys to do is elevate the surface just a little bit. So whether it's a couple books, whether it's a couple bricks, a cinder block, whatever it may be, get about a 3 to 4 inch surface, elevate that dumbbell or kettlebell a little bit more so you can come down into this hinged position with a good flat back. Moving on to our hollow body rocks. We've been doing quite a bit of these. Just remember that we have lots of scale options. We have our bent knee hollow body rock. We can extend one leg out, point that toe. We can extend both legs out with our arms still down, and we can go into that full hollow body iteration. One thing I want you guys to focus on this week for those hollow body rocks is make sure, if you do have those feet extended, that your feet are coming as high up off the ground as your hands are, or those shoulders. So try to make it smooth and even. Try not to make it this, where your shoulders barely come off the ground, but your legs are kicking up really high. Make it nice and even, upper body and lower body, whether those hands are down by our side or whether they're up overhead. 9-minute EMOM, pendlay row, hollow body rock, rest. Hope you guys have some fun. My raspy voice and I will see you guys back in here in about 15 minutes for the Metcon.